Okay, Rob Bowser, Reynolds Kingdom Golf, presented by TaylorMade, Greensboro, Georgia. Just continuing on our series about kind of learning to draw the ball or fixing your slice. I want to spend a few minutes just talking about the club face and talking about some mirror work or some drills that you can do on your own. So the first thing, and this for a lot of people, is where the slice happens. And for me as a teacher, I'm always looking at where does the slice happen, and I always look at their grip first. And if it's super weak or a slice grip, then that's where I go first. My next checkpoint is I'm looking at where the club head is kind of halfway back or when the shaft's parallel to the ground. And so many players have either worked on kind of rolling the club face to toe up or what they feel like is toe up, or working on a one-piece takeaway, or having their shoulders take the club back, that they get the club face into an open position really early in the backswing. And so on the PGA Tour, when we see them make that first move, the toe of the golf club for most of the players is on the left side of the shaft. So most textbooks would call that closed, but that's probably about the PGA Tour average, somewhere in there. And so for them to come back to the golf ball, that club face is really in a good square position. If I open it here and bring it back to the golf ball, unless I roll it really hard, I'm going to tend to slice shots to the right. And so when you think about fixing a slice, in my opinion, you always need to fix the face first, get the ball to start to curve a little bit left or reduce the amount it curves right, and then start to work on the path. It's really difficult when you're seeing a ball curve to the right and somebody says, well, swing more from inside out. It kind of just short circuits your brain when you're seeing everything curve to the right. So be sure you're going back. One of the things I look for is if you see my right wrist there, it's bent back, and my left wrist is flat. So if you get in a position here where your left wrist starts to cup early and there's no bend back in your right wrist, you're going to have a really open club face at the top of your backswing. So when the club face is toe down at the top, that's really open. Somewhere around there is probably, let's call it square, and then this would be more closed. So on the PGA Tour, there are far more closed club faces. When they air, they're airing towards the closed side. So bending your right wrist back and getting to the top where your left wrist is flat and your right wrist is bent back, that's going to help ensure that the club face isn't open. Okay, thanks so much.